All right, ladies and gents, let's get it. Let me plug the joint right quick. The real reason women refuse a strictly sexual relationship with you. The reason women refuse a strictly sexual relationship with you. Now, here's the thing, right? A lot of guys, they want to have sex with women and they want to have a lot of sex with women. And for some of you guys, a lot of you guys, engaging in a multitude of casual sex encounters with women you are attracted to is going to be very difficult. And it's going to be very difficult to not only engage in casual sex encounters with women, right, with any type of regularity, but also to establish consistent relationships with women where it's strictly sexual, you know, a fuck buddy relationship. And there's a multitude of reasons why some of you guys, most of you guys, are going to have difficulties doing that. And of course, this advice, this information, if you will, is only for guys that are interested in doing so. Now, all y'all can benefit from this because even for you guys that are interested in actually dating women, sex is still something that you want to see happen, obviously, right? The real reason women refuse a strictly sexual relationship with you, when I'm, you know, hearing about, seeing a lot of posts, right? You have a bunch of women complaining about how inconsistent men are, how indecisive men are. You got women making posts about how they're not gonna wait forever and all this goofy shit. And you got guys talking about loyalty and all this goofy shit and how they don't want to be a woman's option. They want to be prioritized. And the reason why all this is happening, there's a multitude of reasons why this is happening. But the main reason why this is happening is because you have a bunch of undisciplined, right? Undisciplined, mentally weak, and emotionally fragile men out here who don't know how to lead women. And y'all don't know how to be decisive, transparent, and assertive about what you really want. Not only that, excuse me, y'all allow the woman's emotions as well as your own interfere with the task at hand. The real reason why women refuse a strictly sexual relationship with you. And let me just say this, and I've said this, there is no shortage of women, period. And this is not my opinion. This is not an estimated guess. No, this is a fact. There is no shortage, and I'm not saying every woman in the world. Of course not. However, what I am telling you is there is no shortage of women that are down for a strictly sexual relationship. The question is, are you the type of guy a woman is down to do that with? And sadly to say, many of you are not. And it's not that you can't be, it's that you refuse to do the work where women actually look at you like the kind of guy where if you told them, girl, I ain't looking for no relationship, like, don't even count on that being in our future. But what we can do is this. And the chick is like, all right, I'm with it. Can you do that consistently with multiple women? Can you have more than one woman that you're doing that with simultaneously that's down? A lot of guys act like that's impossible. No, it's not. No, it's not. I did a video the other day talking about sexual attraction is easy. Becoming the type of man, becoming a type of man that women are attracted to like that. Now that's the hard part. That's where you got to put in the work. Pickup lines ain't gonna help you. asking questions about how to approach groups of women, but yet you're afraid to approach one, that shit ain't gonna help you. The real reason women refuse a strictly sexual relationship with you. Okay, let me say this, right, real quick. All of these situationships and all of these hybrid relationships, I'll call them hybrid relationships because you have a bunch of chaotic, wayward females. Okay, not all. I said a bunch of wayward, chaotic females being led by a bunch of, not all, a bunch of wayward, chaotic men or males. And what I mean by that is this, and this is what guys got to understand: when you deal with women, you have to be in or out. You have to be on the left or you have to be on the right. You have to be up or you have to be down with women. It has to be black or it has to be white. You cannot toggle the fence and do the middle ground with women. You cannot. When you do that, you are inviting drama, emotions. Emotions will flood the parameter. Once you start toggling and you start doing that in between hybrid situationship where more than fuck buddies, but we're not quite girlfriend and boyfriend, but we're doing all the shit that girlfriend and boyfriends do without the commitment, but with all the drama. And that's created because you have a bunch of goofies. You have a bunch of goofies that don't know how to date. You have a bunch of women that don't know what the fuck they're doing because they are led by their emotions and they are very impulsive, especially when it comes to men that they are attracted to and other things, right? And then you have a bunch of game goofy guys. I've said this, and this is what guys got to remember. Women, just women being women, women are typically the more indirect, the more passive, or sometimes passive aggressive, and the more indecisive and the more inconsistent sex between men and women. Women typically are the most passive or passive aggressive, indirect, right? Indecisive motherfuckers. The problem is you have a bunch of guys that are exactly like them. The same thing. Indirect, passive or passive aggressive, inconsistent, indecisive. So the reason why you got all this shit going on where you have both males and females complaining is because you have the blind leading the blind. There shouldn't be no situationships. There shouldn't be no in-betweens. Either you're dating that woman seriously, whether it's monogamous or non-monogamous, or you're just fucking her. Nothing else. The real reason women refuse a strictly sexual relationship with you, right? So let's go ahead and I'm gonna hit y'all with a couple of points, right? Number one, initial sexual attraction. The real reason women refuse a strictly sexual relationship with you. This is what guys have to understand. In order for a in order for the foundation of a successful fuck buddy or sexual relationship to emerge, there has to be initial sexual attraction. Initial, not no 2 or 3 dates, multiple phone calls, multiple sex, and then maybe sex happens at some point. No, initial sexual attraction. Here's the thing: in order for a woman to be enticed to not only have sex with you right away, but for her to also ponder the prospect of an ongoing sexual relationship with you, there must be initial sexual attraction. She must desire you sexually. Bro, you have to be sexually appealing. Period. That's the first thing. The next thing is sexual chemistry. if and when you guys do have sex, bro, women are not going to have a strictly sexual relationship with a man who can't fuck. That defeats the purpose. The whole point of a fuck buddy relationship or a sexual relationship is for a man and a woman to come together. They're both sexually attracted to each other. They both understand that this is casual. There's no obligations, there's no entitlements, there's no promises. They both understand that this is some grown folk shit. We're both sexually attracted to each other. We're gonna fuck. If we enjoy it, we'll do it again. We enjoy that, we'll do it again. So there first must be initial sexual attraction, followed by great sexual chemistry. You guys must mutually enjoy the sex and mutually desire to continue it. You don't have to do non-sexual shit. So even when we talk about a strictly sexual relationship, don't introduce none of that non-sexual shit. Once you start introducing spending the night, sharing meals together, taking showers together, watching movies together, that's not a strictly sexual relationship. That's that in between shit. And eventually, one or both of you are going to catch feelings, and you are going to be moving like the woman, mainly motivated by how you feel. And it ain't going to be no strictly sexual relationship. It's going to be that drama shit where she questioning you about who you're hanging with. And how come you took so long to text her back, and or you still messing with other girls and all that goofy ass shit. Right? Number 3, consistency. Consistency. You're inconsistent. Why would a woman want to give you access to her body, right, on a regular basis, and you're inconsistent? Part of a woman agreeing to be or to partake in a strictly sexual relationship is not only the consistency of great sex, but also the consistency of your dependability. Are you a man of your word? Because I'm gonna tell you right now, and for all my fellas that's ever given women great pipe, you know they depend on that shit like the first and 15th. They depend on it like the first and 15th. They depend on it. They need that because look, especially if they single mothers, they be stressed out. They like, damn, I need a shot of Hennessy and some dick. So they depend on that like the first and 15th. The real reason women refuse a strictly sexual relationship with you. Number 1, there was no initial sexual attraction. All you guys trying to build rapport with a woman, or you're trying to get to the sex by using sexual means, you will never have a strictly sexual relationship with a woman doing that. It's impossible, right? Sexual chemistry. Can you fuck? Can you fuck? Which leads me to this. I firmly believe the reason why a lot of guys prefer to introduce a lot of non sexual shit is because you're insecure about your pipe game. Hey, talk to somebody about that. Get that shit fixed, right? Number 4, unbothered. The real reason women refuse a strictly sexual relationship with you is because you are not unbothered. What does that mean? I'm glad you asked. I will tell you. So let me read this definition for y'all. An unbothered person is a calm and unfazed by negative emotions, external pressures, or criticisms, maintaining a sense of inner peace and self assurance. This doesn't mean they don't care about things. Rather, they've learned to let go of what doesn't truly matter, focusing instead on their priorities, leading to increased resilience and less stress. See, the reason why a lot of you guys are not going to have successful, strictly sexual relationships with women you are actually sexually attracted to is because you prioritize her instead of yourself. You are bothered by her comings and goings. You are bothered when she doesn't respond to your text in a specified amount of time. You are bothered when she doesn't respond to your calls. Got you double calling, double texting on a dating apps, double, triple messaging because you're bothered. You're not unbothered. Okay. You're bothered by the fact that she might be going out on a date with another guy. You're bothered by the fact that you might be an option instead of a priority. The real reason women refuse a strictly sexual relationship with you. I'm going to read this again because a lot of this is y'all, right? You need to be unbothered when dealing with women. Whether you are endeavoring into or embarking on a strictly sexual relationship or you're dating a woman, it don't matter. You need to be unbothered. Focus on you, not her, right? An unbothered person is calm and unfazed by negative emotions, meaning I don't let her mood or her emotions impact mine. External pressures. External pressures to do what? Date her? Take her seriously? Drop all the other women that I'm fucking? I'm unfazed by that. A lot of you guys are. That's why you give in to the non-sexual shit that women want, and you end up in these situationships full of animosity, rife with drama and toxicity, right? Because you fall to the pressure, right? And the criticisms, women shaming you for being a man, telling you, oh, you lack sexual discipline because you want to fuck all these bitches, right? Maintaining a sense of inner peace. I don't need a woman to bring me peace. I got my peace. She better not disrupt it though. But I got that, right? And self assurance. Self assurance means confidence. That's what that means. Why would a woman want to establish a strictly sexual relationship where she ain't getting nothing but heavy pipe game? That's all she getting. Why would she want to establish that with a motherfucker that's not confident, right? And again, this doesn't mean I don't care. It doesn't mean that I'm a mean man. I do got a mean streak, but it doesn't mean I'm a mean person. No, it just means I've learned to let go of what don't matter. A woman's feelings don't matter. It's not to say. Let me put it another way. A woman's feelings don't matter if they are in direct opposition to what I got going on. So let me put that another way because women, they're human beings, their feelings matter. But as it relates to what I got going on, if their feelings are in direct opposition or if their feelings challenge that, I don't give a fuck about that shit because it don't matter, right? And again, I focus on me, me, my priorities. If a woman is fucking with me, trust and believe she gonna be all right. If she just do what her brother say, she gonna be all right. Now, she might not cross the finish line. She might not never be my girl. But in the time we have together, girl, if you just and take this dick and guidance, you're gonna be all right. Right? And again, leading to increased resilience and less stress. Guys with game have less stress in dating. Guys with no game have a very, very stressful dating life. Very stressful. That's the difference. Is the way you guys date, you pile up the stress. You create the stress in your life. When you have game, you only invite women who come to you stress free, right? When you a pussy hound and you just thirsty for sex and female affection, you take it any way you can get it, including full of stress. The real reason women refuse a strictly sexual relationship with you. Again, there is no initial sexual attraction. Get coaching to help you with that. There is no sexual chemistry, right? Now, even if you're good in bed, not every woman is going to respond to you the same way. However, if you find yourself having sex with multiple women and none of them like your shit, get some help for that. Consistency. Let's be honest. Most guys are inconsistent. And as long as you're inconsistent, you're always going to have difficulties getting things to pop off exactly how you want. And also, you're not unbothered. You must be unbothered. Don't be worried about what that chick doing. When she hit me up and she want to get piped down and I'm free, she can come over. Vice versa. If I want to holler at her and she free, I'll go drop off dick like Uber Eats and keep it pushing. Right? I had a fuck buddy relationship for about 3 years. It could have went longer, but I ended it because she started to get too needy. And I'm like, Them emotions is creeping in. See, once the emotion starts to creep in, especially if it's with a woman that I know for a fact I don't want to date seriously, I give you one warning. Check yourself. Take this dick and be quiet, or I got to get rid of you. Shout out to Boss Mag. Do you have the heart to be ruthless? Another reason why women refuse to have a sexual relationship with you that's strictly sex, because you can't be ruthless with the bitch. Peace.